So I like how you started from example of having a native team, right? iOS, Android, native team, and then trying to embrace new React Native to the project, and then having some external trainings, maybe having some React Native developers coming onto the team and then sharing knowledge. I think that's quite common path to do. And also like with the sharing knowledge, you said that React Native developers, they don't like to, the perception is that they don't like to learn new things. Actually, I think in React Native teams, the possibilities to learn other things are much greater than in any other technology that I know, because like when you have your team members that are Android native, iOS native, they can give back their knowledge to React Native people, the native knowledge. The React Native people can give back the web JS knowledge to the native people. And all of them also can start figuring out the processes that work on both platforms, the pipelines, like the spectrum of possibilities of knowledge sharing. I think it's greater in this like multi-language team than in any of the like singular language team. Yeah, sorry for the tangent, but like I really like the subject that when I'm a React Native developer, my possibilities are much greater than in any other technology, because I have my hands in so many like different things, technologically speaking.
And it's this concept, and we joke about, but like about traveling. When you travel and you see other cultures and other people that speak other languages that has other ways of thinking, this diversity is so important for the
Hmm.
teams. And like by bringing people that come from different programming languages, different ways of working, it just creates a better team by design because everyone thinks differently. And to solve the problem, there is no only one way. And this creates this dynamic naturally, and I think that's why like people likes to travel and visit new cultures and taste the dumplings maybe. But that's a thing. So this this React Native and native, and even like people that has been working on C or like other like low code languages, you create a super good dynamic.
Yeah, I'm gonna use your travel analogy the next time I'm trying to explain why I like doing the React Native. I really like this.
But then when we think about this dynamics, so do you have any, for example, tips and tricks when it comes to effective collaboration in this environment and how to then coordinate the teams to work effectively?
Yes, I mean for me, and I think that's that's very studied. So, and on I will like to kind of think how you measure this, and because at the end, if you cannot measure, you end up like not being able to improve, and that. So on the game theory, there are three things to engage someone on a game, and I really like to compare like with how it's on the work. So for a game, there are only three main things that people focus on. The first thing is to have fun. The second thing is to enter in a flow state quickly. And the second thing is not be have a deception or like be frustration piece. And that also applies to how I push the teams to get into these pieces. If you have fun and you're really enjoying, you learn more and you get there. If you have into the flow, you are just focusing and you get into like this main flow and you don't want to leave and you don't want like to going to do another thing. The exception is like every time that you need to make a deal, for example, that we've been talking that it takes 2 hours, you lose the flow and you get so disappointed, you go to a coffee and sometimes you even go home. And
Yeah.
and that's the main three things that with this collaboration and this coordination we need to make like all the teams to get into these main three things. Like from a company culture, it's where like we push into that side, really have fun, try to get into the flow as soon as possible, remove all the barriers for all the developers, get engaged with other communities, and not get deceptions. Not have to just, oh, this is not working. I will take me 2 days to make it happen, or like I need to make this build, or like, oh, I have a bug, or I don't have a stack trace. How I have to solve it? So these, you bring the community, they have fun, they share other things, they get into this flow, and the deception is lower. Because when I have a problem, I ping Stack Overflow, I ping the maintainer, and they will help me solve. And if I have this trust, they will like quickly come back to me. And this is kind of the three ingredients to make this developer experience and like any employee experience really happy and enjoying their life. And at the end, we work so many hours that if you are not really enjoying and you are all day with deceptions and not getting the flow, getting it and out, it doesn't work.